Morning, everyone. So glad to be here this morning. So today we're discussing poverty in an elite segment. We hear about some crazy deals done around the world by the globe's ultra wealthy. 60 million euros for a diamond, 15 million euros for a rare watch, 45 million euros for a New York penthouse, 17 million euros for a penthouse in Limassol. So let me ask, who are these buyers? Could they be categorized? Do they have common characteristics? So let's start. Dmitry, can we have your view on this special segment?
They're definitely all very rich and have a lot of money to spend. Okay, more seriously, briefly, I would say that some of these purchases that you mentioned, which the amounts are indeed impressive, are things which are elastic in the sense, from the demand point of view, that the overwhelming majority of the planet can certainly do without. So these are luxury, I would say, towards frivolous purchases. Again, the common characteristic is people with extravagant financial capabilities and expensive tastes. This is probably things which cannot be named as classical investments in the sense that we look at things, because of their uniqueness and questionable resale value. So I would say these are more towards toys and baubles to have as trophies.
And what about geographically? Can we show them on the map?
My guess would be that this comes from relatively new economies. This is new wealth. I'm reluctant to mention countries specifically. I think we all have a common understanding of what they are.
Okay, very good. Sergey, you have extensive experience with high net worth investors. If we relate them to real estate, what are their investment criteria? How much risk are they willing to take?
I think we should make a clear distinction between commercial real estate and residential real estate. Because as Dmitry pointed, many wealthy people, they buy residential estate just mostly because of the emotional reasons. Yeah, I think it's a very good, we can compare luxury real estate market with luxury mega yachts. If someone is paying, 600 million euro for a mega yacht, 150, meters long, yeah? So what is the investment reason he had? Yeah, it's mostly a very expensive toy, and maybe some other reasons, in the background we can only, think about, yeah? So if we are talking about luxury real estate investments, first of all, we decide if we are considering commercial real estate, and then, the all kind of strategies, it's pretty well known. There is no difference, if it's Cyprus, London, if it's Monaco. And about luxury residential real estate, we should always know, because the source of wealth is coming from many countries, and we know these countries very well, but the problem, it flows always to certain destinations. And there are not so many destinations which are very well known, where for very exclusive real estate and where very wealthy people live. Yeah, so among these destinations is London, first of all, Monaco is very well known, Switzerland, and I hope one day Cyprus will become very popular destination for the most wealthiest people of the world.
So let's expand a little bit on what you said about exclusive real estate. We know that these people can buy almost everything they want. So to the lady of the group, Elena, what kind of properties and what features can satisfy these people?
Good afternoon, everybody. I totally agree with Sergey that such a big purchasing, it's everything about emotions. This is the most important, and the most important question based on the financial report of Knight Frank, about the wealth report of the Knight Frank, the number of high net wealth individuals increasing every year. And the main question is to increase and to attract these people to Cyprus, because for the time being, Cyprus is a family, comfortable destination, but unfortunately not a luxury destination. And with such a great developments taking place in Limassol, in Cyprus generally, we have all the possibilities to attract these people, but we need to be on one side, all the developers, because the competition is really big. The competition is with the whole world, not inside an island, within the island. It's with the whole world, with the main destinations like Monaco, like all the Côte d'Azur area, London, and etc. I truly believe that with such a great developments, we have all chances to attract high net wealth individuals.
Excellent. And with global interest rates at very low values, property is an excellent alternative for these people to place their wealth, their funds. So Petro, where do you see this group buying in Cyprus right now?
Allow me, Yannis, just to begin with a little bit backwards. I believe that the property market in Cyprus, along with the economy, are proved that converts very fast from crisis into opportunities. And this is my opinion. I believe that high worth individuals and business, big names or small names, arriving in Cyprus due to the fact that actually it is the right time for somebody to invest. And also Cyprus is offering a great scenery that combines business with a beautiful, nice weather, family oriented, and also security, which is very important. So coming to the question, I believe that after the crisis, we have noticed in Cyprus, all of us, that we have to become the best on the area. We have to create properties, not only properties for residential, but to accommodate also any level of business in the world, to accommodate them, as previously I mentioned, on a really nice, secure place. And this is what we have approved also yesterday afternoon. Few companies arrived here and they have approved that this is the step forward. And I believe that we're on the right direction. We will be there coming slowly, and we will become, as previous speakers they mentioned, one of the most important locations on the area.
We certainly hope so. It's interesting you mentioned that the residential market, there's a lot of happening in the residential market in Cyprus right now, especially in the upper tier. It's a very interesting dynamic because simply there is no inventory. While there seems to be a lot of high-end properties on the market, there's not enough. Everything is off-plan or under construction. So Elena, are these realities off-plan and under construction properties good enough and acceptable for high net worth investors? Would they invest in at this early stage?
If they will understand that everything will be completed and they will be sure that they can have the proper lifestyle in Cyprus, because it's not only about the walls, but it's about the relationships which you can build with the local community, with the whole country, and definitely with the nature, because as Ajay told from the beginning, that when you invest 1 meter in the building, you need to invest 10 meters to be able to be sustainable, because nowadays it's very important. Honestly speaking, we don't have any high net wealth individuals don't have any other choice now in Cyprus, because really all the luxury developments, it's on the way, it's not ready yet, but we're building it. And all together, all the developers, I think that we are creating an entirely new concept of living in Cyprus. And we definitely need to get lots of support from the government, from all the authorities, to be able to create this lifestyle to attract high net wealth individuals. Because the quality of the people who live in Cyprus, who will live in the country, it's very important. So I truly believe that we'll have all these chances, but nowadays the situation is, the reality is like this.
They have to adapt to the market dynamics. Okay, so we know that in Limassol right now we have Russian buyers, investors from the Middle East and Israel and China and Hong Kong, some Europeans, and of course the locals. Are these the characteristics of a truly global city, Dimitri? What is Limassol still missing? 1 minute.
A lot of the things that were mentioned by previous speakers. It's got a million beautiful things about it, but I suppose for a truly global destination, we need centralized town planning to make sure that all the areas are properly addressed. We need to take care of the environment. We need to beef up, raise the level of other things that people are looking for: cultural, sports facilities, educational, medical facilities. We need to make sure, if we want to be a global destination, we need to make sure all these things are at an appropriate global level. Yes, it's true that Cyprus has traditionally attracted investors from quite specific geographical points of origin. Can we widen the scope? Can we attract Americans, Canadians, Northern Europeans, not just as a place to come to our beaches, but a place to do business and make a certain investment, perhaps have a second home in Cyprus? We need to improve the general level. Lots of this is already happening. For example, the casino development. We need to keep going. Thank you.
Okay, very good. And on the upper tier, we have Russian oligarchs, if I may, Arab oil kings, members of royal families from the Middle East, British football players buying properties in Cyprus, Israeli businessmen. So how do you handle these celebrity buyers, and how do you contain the stories? Sergey, with your experience? There is always some sort of secrecy around these people. So how do you contain the stories and protect them?
I mean, again, for Monaco, it's very easy answer. Yeah, Monaco was initially created as a place, for celebrities and for people to hide the secrets. First of all, Monaco is still one of the remaining countries in Europe where the land registry, is absolutely private. It's not accessible by public. Also, Monaco still keeps all information is about the residents and people living there is a top secret. These databases are not available from outside, and sometimes it's even caused a very funny story when even France has to go to the court to sue people for the fines when they drive too fast outside Monaco. But the reason is because all information is hidden, and everyone knows when you come to Monaco, you're absolutely safe, it's a secure place, and the information about the residents won't be disclosed, and the information about the real estate transactions won't be disclosed. This is very important. So this is the main reason. Another part, of course, is the most fancy and well-known events in the world, so people come to have fun, and they know that they can spend really whatever they want, and they will be safe.
Very good. So if we close the session by a closing statement from each one of you, and we touch upon the final subject, passport and residency. How much premium are high net worth investors willing to pay to acquire one of these? Are these the hot commodities of today? do these programs have expiry dates? So let's start from Petros.
I hope that it won't expire because the citizenship is not a trend. Citizenship program started quite 100 years almost in America before, so it's not something that is being discovered lately. And talking about citizenship, I believe that when we say we have in a way solved a number, the number is 3,875 out of a population of 1.5 million.
So very low.
It's very low. It's a big thing for Cyprus. It's a bless for Cyprus because it came at the right time. I believe we should be more serious and focused and be more strict on what we do. We should keep it carefully in our hands. It's a good tool. And actually now, my opinion and the way I see Cyprus became into the global market, because a few years ago, if you all remember, there were only 2 or 3 nations that they were interested to move in Cyprus, but now we have a high interest even from Vietnam or China or Hong Kong.
So they have put Cyprus on the map.
Yeah, definitely. So
okay,
I believe, Yannis, what we are doing actually now, we should get better, of course. We have things to get better, and we will become there where we have placed Cyprus.
Excellent. Dmitry, how much premium are they willing to pay?
I think we're right about there, perhaps a bit more, because I do genuinely believe it's a worthwhile proposition as compared to our competition, Malta and. So in brief, again, this is not money thrown out. This is an investment into actual real estate. It's not going to disappear with time. So I believe that it's excellent value for money when you consider the advantages of the program as viewed altogether.
Thank you. Lena?
In my point of view, for sure, it's obvious that the naturalization program is one of the main catalysts of the local market. But it's very important to create the proper infrastructure and to make Cyprus not only rely on this naturalization program, but to create infrastructure development, lifestyle, as I mentioned before, to be able to attract high net wealth individuals not only with an investment program, but with such a great quality of life, such a great infrastructure, with great events taking place in Cyprus, because the location is perfect. Today we have lots of flights from Cyprus. We have all benefits which we use for good life and to attract people we're talking about.
And it's okay.
I think the citizenship program in Cyprus is one of the most advanced and unique inside of European Union and European Economic Area. There is only one competitor, big competitor is Malta. And also I think it's very competitive rates, yeah. And of course maybe it will be smart to reduce the rates if you do the grant, but still you can even a little bit increase the rates if you invest in real estate. So it's very attractive program, and I think the most important issue to keep it going.
Very good, and this shows from the numbers on the market. So thank you very much, and I hope you all enjoyed our panelists' insights. Thank you.